I do know that the Atlanta Falcons have a top 8. They're in the top quartile in the NFL in terms of offensive weaponry. There aren't many teams that are going to have a backfield with a dual threat weapon like Bijan Robinson and Steve Sarkisian around the time of the draft told me that he could have easily converted him to wide receiver, and if they really needed him to be a wide receiver, he would have been the best guy on their team. So you got a double threat guy in Bijan, but remember, Tyler Algier was a guy who I voted for Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. On a moribund offense, for him to get over 1,000 yards, for him to have some huge days, I thought was a really great performance. So they obviously have a good young offensive backfield. Kyle Pitts needs to play better. We all know that. Cordero Patterson is an incredible weapon. And I think, their receivers, their young receivers, including Drake London are obviously have a chance to be real good. So my point is, I think the tools around him that Desmond Ridder has are going to stand him in really good stead. I don't think he has to be the second coming.
I'm right there with you too. I know Ridder isn't exactly Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, but like Cincinnati 2 years ago, Jacksonville a year ago. I mean, Atlanta went nuts in free agency because they had the money to spend. You might as well spend it. I mean, they added some really good players, Jesse Bates, Calais Campbell. And doesn't it seem like they're a team? And we don't have to talk about the Falcons for an hour, but I just love that point. Like they're a team built in a way that defenses across the NFL aren't built to stop. Like they are going to punch you in the mouth right when a lot of teams have 230-pound linebackers, the defensive lines are so built now to stop the wide zone. They're kind of moving laterally. Well, Arthur Smith's going to get guys going fast uphill. I don't know. That's definitely a team. I know everybody's optimism is through the roof this time of year, but I'm right there with the Atlanta Falcons.
The one other thing I would say about the Falcons is that, Arthur Smith is going a little bit counterculture. If you think about it, okay, think about this, in 2 straight years, he basically has, in the top 10, taken formidable offensive weapons, in Drake London and Bijan Robinson. And if you look at the other players they have right now, I kind of look at it like I remember being in Vegas camp last year, and the star of the day when I was there was Mac Hollins. And I think he's a really, really interesting prospect for them. The other real interesting prospect who Tom Brady absolutely loved. He couldn't stay on the field a lot. He was hurt some. So I don't know what that means now is Scotty Miller, the Smurfy little slot receiver. I just have a feeling that this coaching staff is really going to know how to use some extremely good weapons on this offense.